Okay, so here's the lesson. It's about inscribed angles and relationship to things that we already know. Um, so what I would have my students look at would be would be there it is would be this, and I redrew that particular circle already. And they will already know a lot of things that three angles in a triangle have to be 180 degrees, a circle is 360 degrees, and a line, two angles that make a line or supplementary angles are 180 degrees. And some of the vocabulary that they will already be coming in is that they will know what a circle is. And we may be adding to that the circle is really infinite dots going all the way around or points going all the way around. They will know what a line is, a point, supplementary angles, isosceles triangle, and congruent. And also, probably with congruent, they could probably be able to know about similar triangles and that difference between a congruent triangle and a similar triangle. And with that being said, is that they see if their task is, well, what is the measure of angle A and the measure of angle C? Well, if I look at them, I can kind of see that triangle BAB, DAB is similar to triangle BCB. And then, so what I would do is I would actually draw that. And when I draw that triangle out, now they can see that this line segment DA and line segment AB are congruent. They're both the radii of this circle. And so by them being the radii of the circle, then they would know that this is an isosceles triangle. And with an isosceles triangle, then they're able to figure out the length of all the sides and the angles of the sides. Um, and so if these two triangles are similar, DAB and DCB, then they will be able to figure out the value or the angle measure of C because they know the angle measure of A. And then we could add a new part in there, which is the arc of DB. And knowing that the half of the arc of DB will give you this central angle DAB. And DBA will give you DCB because DCB is twice the angle of DAB. Okay. Um, what other relationships that we could probably talk about are, let's see, is that I would probably, they would know about Pythagorean theorem. So they'll know, they'll be able to figure out the length of each side. So that's something that we could build on as well. Because I know my eighth graders, we're working on Pythagorean theorem now. So by the time we start talking about circles, they will already have a good understanding of Pythagorean theorem and use that as well as part of their prior knowledge, tapping into that. Um, this was a difficult task. And then I think playing around with different constructions of this so that they can actually see the relationship. So maybe these two relationships, I may not say those and have them explore on this type of software and have them record their numbers. And then they come up and be able to tell me that the angle measure, these relationship between the arch DB and angle BAD and angle BCD have a relationship. So that may be something that they could experiment and explore with.